We've all been influenced by the schools we attend. Whether you are there as a student, teacher, support staff member, administrator, or parent, the minute you step into the building, every aspect of the school is messaging you about who you are and where you fit in this organization. The words and actions of the people you interact with message you that you are able, valuable, and responsible, or unable, worthless, and irresponsible. People are the first of the 5 domains of influence that we call the 5 Ps. The places, policies, programs, and processes of the school also message us in the same ways. Through our experiences in school, these 5 powerful Ps shape our self-concept. That's what we believe to be true about ourselves. Our self-concept in turn influences the words and actions we choose and how we perceive our world. We spend more than 1,400 hours a year in school. That fact alone should lead us to be curious about how our own words and actions are influencing others. Are we telling our students and colleagues that they are a person of little worth or ability? Or are we intentionally messaging them that we see their unique talents and invite them to consider actions that will help them develop their strengths? With every word, facial expression, and action we choose, we are actually helping to create one another. Developing Inviting Schools is a deep dive into what invitational education is, why it is needed, how it has been put into practice in schools around the world. Invitational education is not a technique or a skill, but rather a simple yet profound framework for creating what we call a doing with instead of doing to school. In a doing with school, people are intentionally treated with care, optimism, respect, and trust. Unfortunately, many words that are used in schools to improve teaching and learning have been based on control-oriented doing to relationships. Educators have been directed to motivate, reinforce, shape, empower, enhance, and turn on others. However, people are not passive recipients who can be turned on and cranked out. They are active participants in a process of trying to construct a meaningful life. A doing with relationship, on the other hand, is much more like dancing with a person than stuffing an olive. Invitational education provides a doing with approach and encourages us to create programs, policies, and processes that message stakeholders we are all in this together. My co-authors, Drs. William Purkey and John Novak, created invitational theory and practice and have written extensively about it. I've contributed my perspectives based on my work with schools, as well as identifying like-minded school climate strategies that align with an invitational framework. Our book will take you through the foundations of invitational education, how to apply it in your personal and professional life, and how to invite others to work with you to examine the messages that your school sends to its stakeholders. You'll also read about the positive climate journeys of schools, districts, and universities that have become inviting schools. Most schools have spent years trying to implement the latest school climate initiatives. The problem is, these strategies are often not supported or practiced by everyone in the school, and so well-meaning initiatives often get shelved. When schools involve all staff in learning about invitational education and begin to put the theory into practice, everyone is lifted up by the care, optimism, respect, and trust they are receiving. Their interest in examining the school's 5 Ps grows exponentially, and sustainable improvements begin to happen. Who will lead this initiative in your school? Everyone. Inviting all staff is essential to its success. Some of the most influential people in your school are the clerical, security, nutrition, and custodial staff members who often help our most challenging students to feel valued in our schools. And don't leave out your biggest critics. Their perspectives are just as valuable. Leave the door open for them to experiment with the practices. Very often they quietly try it out, and when they experience success, they become your most enthusiastic supporters. You can access free resources about invitational education and school climate strategies on my website, joanfretz.com. There you'll find video interviews with high school students who made a complete turnaround in school. They explain what and who made them believe in their ability and value. We encourage you to visit and join the International Alliance for Invitational Education at invitationaleducation.org. You'll connect with educators from around the world who are using invitational education as their school climate framework. School climate, relationships, and the social and emotional health of students and staff are some of the most important issues for schools today. We encourage you to use developing inviting schools in your university's school leadership and teacher certification programs, as well as a framework for your school's journey to creating a place that invites success and well-being for all. Feel free to contact any of the authors. We'd love to hear from you.